Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today, we've got a brand new story to share with you. So let's begin. I never imagined I would reach a breaking point in my marriage. I had always believed in love, the kind that weathers storms, that stands firm even when life gets hard. I believed in partnership, in choosing each other every single day. But what do you do when the person you vow to share your life with suddenly looks at you and says, asterisk, I don't need you? Asterisk. It started as a whisper, something barely noticeable. My wife, Jenna, had been acting distant for months. At first, I convinced myself it was just stress. Work, life, the usual struggles. But then the distance became something more. She stopped checking in with me, stopped asking how my day was, stopped considering me in decisions that affected both of us. It was as if I had become invisible, just another piece of furniture in our home rather than her husband. One night, we sat at the dinner table in silence. The only sound was a quiet clinking of silverware against plates. The air between us felt thick, heavy with unspoken words. I finally broke the silence. Asterisk, is something wrong? You've been different. Asterisk. She sighed, setting her fork down. I just feel like I can't breathe, she admitted, her voice tight. Asterisk. Like I'm constantly being watched over, controlled. Asterisk. Her words sent a shockwave through me. Asterisk controlled. Asterisk, I repeated, confusion twisting in my gut. Yes, she said, frustration flashing in her eyes. Asterisk. You always want to know where I am, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. It's suffocating. I'm not yours to control. Asterisk. The accusation stung, deeper than she probably realized. I had never thought of myself as controlling. I was caring, involved. I asked about her day because I wanted to be part of her world. I checked in because that's what love meant to me, being present, being reliable. But if she saw it differently, if my love felt like a cage rather than a shelter, then maybe I had been giving too much. That night, something inside me shifted. If she wanted space, I would give it to her. If she wanted to prove she didn't need me, I would let her. I stopped texting her during the day. No more asterisk, how's your day? Asterisk or asterisk, need anything? Asterisk messages. I stopped making sure dinner was ready when she came home late. I stopped fixing things around the house, unless she specifically asked. At first, she didn't seem to notice. Maybe she even liked the space. But then, the little things started to unravel. One morning, she stepped out of the shower, water dripping from her hair, and reached for a towel, only to find the rack empty. Normally, I would have done the laundry without a word. But this time, I didn't. Asterisk, babe, didn't you wash the towels? Asterisk, she called out, her voice laced with surprise. No, I said simply, sipping my coffee. A few days later, she called me from work, her voice laced with frustration. Asterisk, hey, my car won't start. Can you come take a look? Asterisk. I glanced at my watch. Asterisk. I'm in the middle of something. Call roadside assistance. Asterisk. Silence. I could almost hear her thoughts through the phone. Normally, I would have dropped everything to help her. But why should I? She wasn't mine to control. The cracks widened. The house grew messier. Bills she usually ignored began stacking up because I stopped reminding her. One evening, she came home exhausted, slumping onto the couch. I forgot to grab groceries, she muttered, rubbing her temples. We'll have to figure something out, I replied, flipping through the channels. Her head snapped toward me. Asterisk, you didn't go? Asterisk. Asterisk, did you ask me to? Asterisk. She scoffed, but I saw the realization settle in. For years, I had been the quiet, dependable force that kept things running smoothly. She wanted independence. I was giving it to her in full. Then came the night that changed everything. She had a horrible day at work. I could see at the moment she walked through the door, her shoulders slumped, her face pale with exhaustion. Normally, I would have been up in an instant, wrapping my arms around her, whispering that everything would be okay, but I barely looked at her. No hug, no comfort, just a nod. That was the moment she broke. Asterisk, why are you being like this? Asterisk, she asked, her voice cracking, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. I looked at her, my expression unreadable, and repeated her own words back to her. Asterisk, I'm not yours to control. Asterisk, her face crumpled. Asterisk, that's not what I meant. Asterisk, asterisk, then what did you mean? Asterisk, I asked, my voice calm but firm. Asterisk, you told me you didn't want to feel dependent on me. So I stopped being the one you could depend on. Asterisk, she swallowed hard, realization hitting her like a wave. She had wanted freedom, but she hadn't anticipated the weight of it. That night, we finally had the conversation we should have had months ago. She admitted that she'd been feeling restless, afraid of losing herself in the routine of our marriage. But she never meant to push me away completely. And I admitted something too. I had been carrying more weight in our relationship, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. I loved taking care of her. I loved being her anchor. But love isn't meant to be invisible. When my efforts became something expected rather than appreciated, the love behind them faded, turning into obligation rather than choice. She realized something as well. Independence doesn't mean pushing people away. It doesn't mean rejecting care and support just to prove a point. It means knowing when to stand on your own and when to lean on the person who loves you. That night, something shifted between us. We didn't just patch the cracks. We rebuilt, brick by brick, with clearer expectations, with deeper appreciation. Because love isn't about control, but it's also not about taking someone for granted. Love isn't about needing someone. It's about choosing them every single day, even when it's hard, even when frustration builds, even when it feels easier to walk away. Because real love, it's not built on obligation. It's built on mutual respect, on effort, on seeing each other, not as conveniences, not as burdens, but as choices worth making. And that's the kind of love worth fighting for. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.